Hurricane Erin updates, and also severe weather for the northern plains and Arizona. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew. Today is August 21st, 2025. So starting with Hurricane Erin again, she is still a category 2 with 105 miles per hour sustained winds. And she still pretty much poses the same risk as yesterday. So for example, there's still a very low chance around the North Carolina coast that you may see winds up to 40 miles per hour. In terms of storm surges, the risk did move a little bit more north. So from North Carolina to New York City, we may see 1 to 3 feet of wave. And then from North Carolina coast, we may see 2 to 4 feet still. And from Long Island, 1 to 2 feet. And rip currents still pose a risk from Florida all the way to Maine. So pretty much literally all the East Coast. Now for that tropical disturbance that was behind Erin, it is thankfully moving more north and eastward, but unfortunately towards Bermuda. We're still keeping an eye on that disturbance in the mid-Atlantic, where there's a 40% chance of something forming in the next 48 hours. And there's also another new disturbance way to the east, and honestly, don't even worry about it. Okay, now talking about severe weather, we do have a marginal risk, or 1 out of 5, from the northern plains, Wyoming, and also Arizona. And what this entails is that we have a really tiny 2% isolated risk for a tornado, mostly in Minnesota. And we do have a 5% chance to see an isolated wind or hail event in both Minnesota, Dakotas, and Wyoming. But we only have that 5% chance for wind in Arizona. For the northern plains, you guys are already seeing showers from this morning that's going to travel eastward, and it's going to last until around 2 p.m. Central Time. But in places like northern Minnesota, you may see intensification of these storms around 4 p.m. Central Time. For Wyoming, it looks like storms are going to start initiating around 4 p.m. Mountain Time and travel eastward. So for places like South Dakota, you may not even see storms until about like 9 or 10 p.m. Central Time. And this is going to travel throughout the night into Minnesota and even into Wisconsin by next morning. For Arizona, it looks like the storms are going to start initiating around 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, so why this is all happening? If we look at 300 millibars way up in the troposphere, there is a little bit of a jet that's in the northern plains right now. And if we take a look at North Dakota and Minnesota specifically, we can see these lines of constant pressure or isobars spreading out a little bit, which is also making these wind barbs spread out as well, and we call this difluence. But also, because we have stronger wind speeds headed into this area, we have winds going further apart from each other but also going faster, which is going to help increase the upper level divergence, which basically means more upward motion. And if we look at 500 millibars or midway the troposphere in Wyoming, we can see a very similar story, and that's going to help promote the upward motion, but also pretty decent shear, which is going to tilt those updrafts and prolong those storms that do develop. And in alignment with all of these areas, we do have a surface cold front, and that's going to help with the surface lift. And interestingly enough, the convection that's happening in North Dakota right now, there's going to be northeasterly winds headed into Wyoming. And because there's easterly winds, it's going to help with orographic lift, or basically winds following up the mountain, which is going to help with the upward motion. And for Arizona, places like Phoenix, we're going to have temperatures in the 110s, but also dew points around the 60s. And similar to Wyoming, we're going to have some orographic lift, and it's going to help produce these thunderstorms. Relative humidity at the surface is only going to be around 40 to 60%. So some of the precipitation may evaporate before it reaches the ground. So today's greatest risk for the Phoenix area is going to be downburst winds.